Hello everybody and welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. I want to talk about something and it has everything to do with SHTF, folks. There's an effort to silence you, not just silence me, not just silence Fox News. There's an effort to silence you. There's an effort to silence all of us. Now, one of the things that I've done from day one on this show is put my own face in front of the camera. And I know it's been it's been something that people have said all along is, hey, John, you put yourself out there. But when you do this, when I cover my mouth, the only thing expressive is my eyes. No longer do you see my mouth. There is so much to what is being done. They're trying to change. And if you remember Obama's words, we need to fundamentally change the system, our country, our laws. And what is it that mainstream media has been trying to do? What is it that social media has been trying to do? They've been trying to silence us. They've been trying to censor us. They've been trying to stop not just Trump's ability, but your ability, all of our ability to communicate by removing Facebook posts, that's written words, Twitter, by stopping video presentations. So by requiring the mask, they silence us. Right? It does it on many, many, many levels. When you see mom and dad, when you see friends, the smile, right? The expression, which is communication, is on a subconscious level, on a emotional level, as well as a logical level, right? This guy's angry because look, his eyes and his mouth are in a certain position. That's how we communicate. And they want to stop us from communicating and stop us from thinking, right? And I've been saying for a long time, our ability to hear is what the First Amendment is about. It's not just about talking. It's about our ability to hear. And now with the mask, it is about our ability to see. That's right, to see someone's mouth. And I've noticed this and watched it, and I've been studying it and wanting to talk about it. I can't, because I have hearing loss, I can't hear very well, so I look at people's mouths when they talk. And I get a lot of communication through that. Are they angry? Are they happy? Are they ambivalent? I can read their lips, and it helps me understand the words they're enunciating. And so it offers my ability to see their mouth. It offers a more complete, thorough, and accurate communication technique. Now, I'd like you to think about when you see the TV and you see some news reporter wearing a mask, it actually stops them. Because I've noticed, I can't hear them, I can't understand them, they're not communicating very well, and the message they're putting out is they're hurting their own message. Now, one message they're sending is, we all need to wear masks. But the other message is, don't listen to me. You can't see me. You don't know where I'm coming from, any of that. So it's very fascinating how the TV makes the case that masks are stupid and bad. But it really is about, they're trying to change our country. They're trying to change the way we travel by doing quarantines and lockdowns. They're trying to stop your ability to communicate, to both speak and to hear or understand others. They're doing it with social media, by doing social distancing. When you're close to somebody, right? Like right now, it probably feels like I'm like right next to you. I'm sitting next to you. I'm talking right to you. Right? It's very personal. But if you're socially distanced, right now I'm talking to you, and it has a way different feel, doesn't it? Right? Because I'm small, and it sounds not so close. And so it's ineffective. It's impersonal. Now, let me do this. Now I'm way back here and I'm talking to you. Can you really understand where I'm getting at? Right? You can't tell if it's important what I'm talking about or has value. Right? You've taken away the human connection. Now, in an emergency environment, in a shit it's the fan environment, we need to be organized. We need to be intelligently informed. We need to understand what is being discussed and talked about has value. The mask takes that away. Getting rid of the mask empowers us because we can communicate better. We can be close because it's not social distancing. We can say what we want because there's nobody censoring the words. And we become much more powerful this way. You and I. Much more powerful this way. Right? By having the comment section opened up on the videos, it allows you to communicate your thoughts. And you can even stray off topic and have other conversations with people. That empowers you, right? Now, the power to destroy from trolls, right? We take that away from them on this channel because we don't need that shit, right? But still, it's interesting how censorship controls us. So that's what government is about, to bind upon, to control government. This is what they're doing. The government, through their medical experts, say you have to wear the mask. Joe Biden came out and said, I've won this. We need to come together. And the very next topic he covered was masks. We need to put masks on. It needs to be universal across the whole country because that's what's going to stop cerveza bug. It's not about cerveza bug, folks. We know, according to the manufacturers and many, many experts, including Dr. Fauci, said the masks don't help. But that's not what they're about. Now, if you look at the psychological impact, I can't talk. I can't communicate. What I have to say has no value. You don't need to say that, John. You don't need to think. Just listen to what other experts have to say. It devalues you and me as human beings to take away our ability to communicate, for people to see. Your emotions, your thoughts, your logic doesn't matter. See, with the mask, no one can see. Right? So it dehumanizes us. Also, it's symbolically a muzzle. It's a symbolic muzzle on your face. Silence. If you look at some of the religions of the world that require either a face covering, right? They don't call a mask, do they? They cover your face, put on a veil. To veil means to hide. To unveil means to unhide, right? So the unveiling, the revealing, the illumination of something offers truth and information and facts. To veil something or occult it, to hide it, right? Things that are hidden should be revealed, not the other way around. But you take women in some cultures where they're required to wear a face covering or the entire thing, the burqa. It dehumanizes them. It stops them from communicating with expression their thoughts and ideas. Not just their emotions, but their thoughts and ideas are better expressed. You know, and then using hands to communicate, right? A lot of people go, it's for example, Italians love to wave their arms. They gesticulate a lot. It's just another form of communication, right? It's getting it out there. This is what this hand gesture means. I'm getting this out to you. So my hands, my mouth, as well as my eyes, as well as the very words, right, that we hear. It's all incredibly important, and they're taking that from us because they're offering a new system. The crisis is cerveza bug. The solution is to silence you. How does that work? The cerveza bug is the crisis, and we're going to have a vaccine, and we don't want you talking about it. We're going to censor your words. We're going to cover your mouth. We're going to stop the way you interact. You're not allowed to go out in public, to restaurants. Why restaurants? Don't we need to eat? No. At a restaurant, you sit down. At a bar, you sit down. And you talk to people, whether they're the people you came with or people you're meeting, the people that work there. Now, again, I've talked about this in the past. We used to get news, new information, news from people who traveled from town to town. They would stop at a public house, a pub, or an inn where they could stay the night, and they would go to social gatherings at the bar, at the table where you eat, and you share information. You share information. But if you aren't allowed to go there, you can't communicate and share and learn. They want us to stop learning. They want us to stop communicating. They want us to stop sharing. Social distance. Wear a mask. Don't talk about that subject. You're white. You are not allowed to talk about racial issues because you don't understand. Silence. Now they control the narrative. That's what mainstream media has lost, and they want it back desperately. And the only way to get it back is this, to silence us in many ways. Folks, you need to decide how important you think it is. Now, I noticed the huge psychological impact of not seeing people's facial expressions, their smiles. And when I see a good smile, I say, that's a great smile. I love it. Keep doing that. You know, and I literally say that to people in public. Great smile. Now they have, oh shit, I got a great smile. I can communicate. The dentistry commercials. Get your smile back, get your teeth fixed, and get your confidence back. Because you can communicate. People that have bad teeth, they don't want to show their teeth, right? They're embarrassed by it for some reason. I understand that. If I got my pearly whites knocked out, I'd be pissed. Right now, I can't give them a big old toothy grin, right? I can't give them my Joe Biden smile. Hey, everybody, right? You can't. It's so important, the mouth, to clearly enunciate. For people to see you, for you to see them, to talk. But they've manufactured a crisis, Cerveza-Bug, to hide other crises, and then to blame Cerveza-Bug and then say, you got to stop communicating. Lock in your house. After 6 months, look at the effect it has had. Wear a mask. Stops you from communicating meaningfully, fully. They're trying to stop us from communicating because they want to change the system. And Joe Biden, he wears a mask during his rallies and stuff. All he's doing is hurting himself. He's sending one message. See, we all have to, but we know for a fact that it stops communication, that it weakens communication. I've tested it myself. Folks, shit has hit the fan. It has hit the fan, and they're trying to stop us from communicating. It's not just censorship on Facebook and YouTube. It's in your life, every facet of your life. You've got to wear a mask in your home they want to go to. You've got to wear it in your car, on the street, in restaurants, right? In between bites of food in California. Put your mask back on. Take it off, take one bite and put it back on. We can't have you communicating. We can't have you communicating. The First Amendment is about being able to hear or communicate. It's not about speech, it's about communication. They want to control it. Communicating about SHTF, about shit hitting the fan, about the crisis our world is facing. And they want to silence you. And they want to deafen you. And emotionally, logically, they want to starve your brain. And one last point, and I'll let you go. And I'll be back. In prison, they take away your ability to go anywhere. You're locked in a cell unless they let you out to eat or go to the exercise yard. And I've never been to prison. I've never been in jail. And I've never been arrested, folks. Okay? But watching TV, you see, this is what happens. They take everything from you. What else can they take? Well, in your jail cell, you'll have cellmates. You'll have cellmates next to you. So how do they stop the communication? Why do they stop the communication? It's a punishment. They put solid steel doors on a lot of prison cells so that they can't communicate. They can't see, they can't talk, they can't hear. And when you really make a mistake in prison, what do they do with you? They put you in solitary confinement, isolated confinement. That's a huge punishment. And I used to think, when I was younger, I was like, no, solitary confinement for a month or 2 months. Hey, man, that's great. You get to think to yourself and, just relax. Perfect, man. You get a break. No, it's really not that way. Look at what they did to us with lockdown. The anxiety levels. People have committed suicide in massive numbers. They're taking antidepressants in massive numbers. It is a form of punishment. If isolation, if lockdowns were not punishment, why do they use them as punishment in prisons? What do they try and stop in prisons? They try and stop communication. Well, those are criminals, John, right? If they're trying to stop us from communicating, is it because they think of us as less than them, dehumanized criminals, if you will? Because we need to shut John up, right? Because what he is saying is misleading or false or whatever, which isn't true. It's just their opinion. But they want to punish me, stop and punish you, as if you were a criminal, locked down in your house, as if you're a criminal getting solitary confinement. So, and a lot of the left went nuts. Oh, we're going to have spousal abuse. We're going to have child abuse. Right? But those issues went away. No. We don't need to worry about that. It's more important to control speech, to control thought, to stop communication so that the television, all the free TV you want, the television can begin to show you with pictures of people wearing masks. They want to show you your new reality. Remember how they call that the new normal? They want to show you the new normal. A pane of glass between people communicating. It psychologically shows us that's what they want to do. They want us isolated, silenced, so that they can reprogram us. Re-education camps, re-educating us, reprogramming us. Accept the new normal. Be silent. Accept what you're told. Don't question it. You'll be punished socially. Social media, your friends, your family, your jobs, even your church. You'll be punished if you go against the new normal. And the new normal is shut up and listen. We're going to psychologically punish you. This is psychological battery. This is psychological battery. Covering your mouth is psychological battery, according to many experts. Right? If someone came out and said all women should wear masks, 1, so we don't have to listen to them. 2, because we don't want to look at them. And 3, because we own them. By telling you you must wear a mask, are they not telling us they own us? They're going to own your behavior is to own you. In other words, you're a slave. Slaves aren't allowed to have their own thoughts, make their own decisions. And I know I said I was going to wrap this up, but it is incredible. If shit had not hit the fan, would anyone put up with this? If there was no medical emergency, would anyone just go, yeah, masks are a great idea, let's do that? No, because you notice right away the effect it has on us. And they use fear of the cerveza bug and fear of punishment, retaliatory punishment by your work, the government, your friends, your family, etc. They're trying to control us so they can install, reprogram us to be their little slaves. Wake up, folks. Right? Shit has hit the fan and they're trying to reprogram us. That's why this channel, the Prepared Mind channel, and others like it, not just me, others like it, are so important. Right? We need to stop cerveza bug dead in its tracks. We need to be intelligent about it and understand what's real and what's not. And it's up to you to decide. All I can do is offer an opinion. That's it. That's all I can do. This is my opinion. What do you think? I'll cite experts. I'll quote experts. But it's up to you to decide. I could claim to be an expert, I guess. I could claim it. I've been a student of many disciplines. I have many degrees, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. But the people that control, right, will say, John's not an expert. John doesn't know anything. John is misleading. John is giving false information. No, they just don't like my opinion. They don't like you to have your own opinion. I'm telling you, I want you to have an opinion. I want you to have a fully informed decision, conclusion, because you get a lot of different opinions, a lot of different news from different places, right? The ability to go to a restaurant or a bar and communicate openly, freely, without being controlled or punished for doing so. That's the essence of freedom. That's why the First Amendment and the right to free speech, free thought, to hear, to communicate. It is the right to communicate. And then the right to assemble, to come together in groups. The right to assemble in the First Amendment means not social distanced, to be close and personal. It's the right to assemble, whether it's 2, 3, 10, or 100 or 1,000 people. It's your right, and they take it away because of cerveza bug. That's why the First Amendment's first and the Second Amendment is second. Because when they start taking the first, your only defense is the second against the tyranny that follows. When they've removed our ability to communicate. The Founding Fathers were brilliant in their understanding of philosophy, thought, right? The idea of freedom and why it works. Anyways, I'm going to back out, or I'm just going to keep going on this. Folks, this is my mind turned loose. I could do this all day, and I do inside. I communicate with myself, but I'm very pleased and honored that you come here to communicate with me, right? Anyways, I'll talk to you guys very soon. We'll be doing our live broadcast, and if you want to join us on Patreon, you can participate in the daily Q&A. It's over at patreon.com, The Prepared Mind. $2 a month, 7 cents a day. Pow. You guys be cool. I'll be back. Chance favors the prepared mind. You hear me now? Semper Fi.